Hey, you guys, welcome to another Sabaton reaction. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Father, and this one's a little close to me. And I know that I'm fairly new to Sabaton music. I've only done a couple of their songs. I've never really listened to them before in the past, so I've only got a couple of songs under their belt. I know that they're based in historical events and they have a history channel, which is really cool. I really love the fact that, you know, they have that. That was weak, but you guys get my point. I decided to do this song because, again, I've done a paper on this stuff when I was in college. In fact, I don't know if you guys could see it. The gas masks up there. Here, hold on. These gas masks were a part of my project. They were show and tell, if you will. They were my show and tell projects. So the first mask that I have was, I don't know if you guys care about this, but this was a U.S. military. This was a U.S. issued mask from 1959 to I think 1999. This is the M17. So this is what they look like. And then this guy was a Polish issued mask. Same date range. They actually, so this little gas canister, they had a hose connected to it. This is just something I picked up. They would have a hose that would, connect to a air tank, basically. But this is a Polish one. This is the SZM-41. Pretty cool stuff. So, Fritz Haber, the creator of ammonia and chlorine gas. I mean, the guy was, I don't know. It's kind of tough. If you're in his position, you're a scientist growing up, it's kind of tough to, you're thrusted into this military, build a great, you're doing everything for your country at this point, right? And you're not really told, you just have to do it. So in his mind, he's doing the right thing. He's already created ammonia, which is 90% of what fertilizer is. And at the time, farming was finite, which made it possible for millions of people to live today, right? Like, think about that. Our farms weren't able to produce the amount of food that people were producing, or that people were just being born, right? So it's crazy to think. He comes up with a solution that many have tried and failed, and he's the guy, right? I don't know. And I really am kind of curious as to what Sabaton's going to say here, unless if this is more of like a depiction of his life or what. I don't know. I'm excited for this one. Like I said, I wrote a paper on this topic. I showed you guys my show and tell. I'm really excited to hear about Fritz and see what Sabaton's take is on this. So, you guys, let's head on over to the video and we'll talk about it. All right, let's play. That's awesome. I love the chugginess of it.
Long ago in Eastern Prussia, young men with great ambitions rise.
That's right.
So who can tell me, who can say for sure which one will win the Nobel Prize?
He won it at 1920. So in 1920, he won the Nobel Prize, and it was actually a big deal because, he was the creator of chlorine gas, which is like chemical warfare, right? Hold on. Let's see if they talk about this. Hold on.
It was a golden age for science. The Kaiserreich would hold the key. And as the conflict came and tensions rose, the manifest of the 93.
I don't know what that is.
Haberbosch, the great alliance. Where's the contradiction? Fed the world by ways of science.
It's true. Ammonia.
Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare. His creation has been revealed. The no man's land, a poisonous nightmare.
So they deployed this chlorine gas in 1915, and there's a significance to that year that I want to talk to you guys about. Maybe at the end of it, if they don't mention it here, um, you know, we'll get into it.
Perversions of ideals of science, lost words of alienated wife. And in the trenches of the Western Front, unknowing soldiers pay the price. And on the battlefield they're dying, and on the fields the crops are grown. So who can tell us what is right or wrong? That's all morality alone. Haberbosch, the great alliance, where's the contradiction?
I don't know, man.
The world by ways of science.
I don't think he had a choice.
Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare, his creation has been repeated over no man's land, a poisonous nightmare, a deadly mist of the battlefield. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare, his creation has been repeated over no man's land, a poisonous nightmare, a deadly mist of the battlefield.
Whew, sick. So before that solo gets into high gear, I just wanted to mention when they were talking about his wife killed herself. I think she killed herself because of his involvement in the war. You know, they don't say, or at least when I was writing, they don't say much about like their marriage. I don't think. I think she just like his involvement and creating chemical warfare and killing all those people, you know, because of him, right? I know that she was a scientist herself, but she was kind of overshadowed by her husband. So I don't know. But I know that she ended herself in 1915, the year that they dropped. You know, they're talking about this no man's land, the mist. That's when Germany did that. So awesome sauce. Let's go. If they don't talk about it. During times of peace he belongs. I love that. The Geneva Convention. That's what comes from this.
Haberbosch, the great alliance, where's the contradiction? Fed the world by ways of science, till a saint. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare, his creation has been repeated over no man's land, a poisonous nightmare, a deadly mist of the battlefield. Father of toxic gas
God, that's catchy, man. How they do it.
has been repeated over no man's land, a poisonous nightmare, a deadly mist of the battlefield.
Sick, you guys. We'll let it play out. Guys, Bismarck was a great song too. I've done that song as well. Okay. Man, it's so crazy how they can make, you know, the father of war, you know, chemical and warfare, like a catchy chorus. It's like amazing the way they can make things like that just catchy, and it's honestly it's great. Where will it end? So here's my thought on this. Here's my thought. If Fritz hadn't done it, somebody else would have done it. Chemical warfare was something that was gonna happen. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The thing about Fritz Harbor that is, before war, and they said that in the song, before war he belonged to the earth. In times of peace, he belonged to the earth. He did. He created ammonia as like because you got to think, like scientists back then, it was open. There, we didn't have technology the way that we do today, and like think about how much time they had just to work on science. Without the distraction of today or the hustle and bustle. I I think that he created ammonia to solve a world hunger problem, right? We needed nitrogen into our plants because our crops were finite. They were not going to be able to feed the millions of people that humans were producing. The rate of human population was going too far, too fast, and we couldn't do it. We needed to fertilize the goddamn earth. So I get it. He created ammonia. Amazing. We use ammonia like every day of our lives and we don't even know it. Him joining the war, he was drafted into the war. He didn't have a choice. And he's a scientist. So did he have a choice? Do you have a choice? Think about putting yourself in that position. Do you have a choice? And all he had was his science. And what came of, chlorine gas and his chemical warfare was the Geneva Convention, right? It was used in World War One and World War Two. And this was World War One. So it's like it led to the events of World War Two, right? So back then it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. It was, the last crusade, right? No one else is conquering anything anymore. We've become a more civil environment. I mean, all right, the Russia thing right now, that's just BS. And I don't know. We have agreements, treaties, and all that stuff in place now. And we have NATO, where if any other country acts like that, they'll just get wiped off the face of the planet. Because, let's be honest, the United States has the capability of doing that. I think the man was very misunderstood. It doesn't get enough recognition for his accomplishments, honestly. If it wasn't for his invention of ammonia, I don't think our world would be the same, right? So it's tough because they paint him as a saint or a sinner. I don't know. I think he was just a scientist doing his job, right? Good on Sabaton for bringing this up too, because I'm pretty sure this shit was lost in the history books, right? No one thinks about this stuff. It's really cool. The whole wife thing, I just remember reading briefly on it because back when I was doing this project, we used books, So, it was probably like 10 years ago, but it was really exciting because, I had a show and tell. I bought gas masks. Literally, I had to go searching U.S. Army supply stores for gas masks for this presentation. And yeah, so this was an awesome song, you guys. I really enjoyed it. I know that for me, it's a little bit more than just a song because, like I said, I wrote a paper on this. I did a presentation on it. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. The song itself was probably one of my favorite Sabaton songs because the chugging in this one was super awesome. I liked how we're going into song analysis now. Okay, you guys. I like how the solo pieces were like broken up. Oh, that was sick. I really enjoyed that. I don't know, it was really chuggy, really involved, and then the lyrics were really good and catchy. And if you know the story of it, it made a lot of sense. They touched on the Nobel Peace Prize thing. They touched on his wife. Um, they touched on the gas that was used. I wish that they kind of talked a little bit more about, not only the bad, but I guess they did, right? I guess they did. Anyways, you guys, that was Sabaton Father. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my show and tell and my commentary on this. I spoke a lot about what I've learned about the subject. There's probably so much more, you guys. There's so much more, but if short version of it, this guy, Fritz Haber, created ammonia, saves the earth, and chlorine gas kills people. Those are the two things to take away from this. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.